exercises today: goblet squats, band or dumbbell rows. So you'll need something you can row. And I think at this point, we've been doing this long enough where you know whether it's better to do a band row for you, or if you have better equipment for a dumbbell row, whatever works best for you. So we've got goblet squats, rows, shoulder press. Amy, modify that to a push-up or floor press or something that works. And that goes for anybody who's not overhead right now. Just modify to some sort of pushing movement that you can do. So 10 shoulder press, 10 lateral squats. So feet will go wide and we'll just alternate sides. So you keep your feet glued to the ground for those. And we'll do 10 each side. And then 10 get up to hand total. So you'll do 5 on each side. So that the first part of the Turkish get up, where you're laying on the floor and you come up and prop yourself up on your hand. So not the full get up there, but just get up to hand. So I'll put that in here just for us to check out again. So again, every minute on the minute: goblet squats, rows, presses, lateral squat, and get up to hand. So with that in mind, start thinking about your weight. We will roll out. So grab yourself a space on the floor and a roller, or some sort of ball or something that'll push into your muscles. Imagine, if you have one weight, or if you're thinking of one weight, I would imagine the overhead press is going to be the limiting factor. So choose the weight that you can press overhead 10 times each side. And you don't have to commit any of those to memory. We'll remind you every time we get there. All right, so just rolling down the back of your legs here. Today, I'd really like you to try the in and out, right? So not only are we rolling forward and backward, you're also kind of moving your legs like scissors, little mini movements in and out. So we're starting to pull that stuff back and forth. If it helps you to do one at a time rather than try to roll and give yourself that cross friction, then just do one at a time. Let's move the roller up behind your thighs, so rolling on your hamstrings here. Again, really moving in and out, just trying to get all those different compartments of muscle to roll over top of each other. You can also shift yourself back and forth, so working side to side, as well as rolling up and down. And let's roll to your side. So we're going to roll down the side of one leg. Remember, you can keep your other foot on the ground to take some weight off if needed. This is a really easy one, just to use the heel of your hand or grab whatever ball you're using and slide it up and down the outside of your leg. So today is every minute on the minute, but you'll notice that the clock is just set for 25 minutes. So it's going to count down. That way we don't lose our, mainly, I say we, but I mean, I won't forget how many rounds we've done. Let's switch to the other side. So we're just waiting for that to hit 0 each minute till we start the next exercise. So the reps are a little bit higher than we're used to here. Usually we're around 60-ish goblet squats. Today is going to be 100 rows. So it is a little bit longer day. All right, let's sit on top of the roller. Again, we want to try to use that cross friction if we can. So not only rolling along the muscle, but also working side to side. Let's switch to the other cheek. And good. All right, let's get that little space right around where your pocket is. So between your hip bone and the crest of your hip. The challenge this week, I haven't put it out yet, but we'll put it out right after the session this morning. The challenge this week is a nutrition-based challenge. So we'll say 4 days this week. 4 days this week, you have to eat all real foods. So nothing that was, no flours, like no pizza crusts or like frozen entire meals or, things that have a lot of ingredients, different ingredients in them. So only real foods. 4 days this week, try to eat only real foods. Let's switch to the other side if you haven't already. So when you start thinking about it, it's pretty easy to do one meal or 2 meals like that. But start thinking about how you can string 4 days together this week with real food meals. And always feel free to, the stuff that looks really nice, feel free to put a picture of it in the Facebook group. Okay. Good, let's go ahead and stand. We're gonna do a couple upper body stretches here. Let's find some vertical surface. You put your hand on that with a straight-ish arm. You're gonna step forward into the stretch. So I'm stretching my left shoulder, left chest right now. I'm stepped forward with my left foot. So as you step forward, you're gonna keep your tailbone tucked down so you don't end up arching your back. And we're just looking for a stretch across the front of your chest here. These may be needed now more than ever since we've been doing a lot more push-ups in the last few weeks. I want to make sure this stays nice and open and stretched. Same thing, but now bend your elbow at 90 degrees. And the next one, you're going to have to kind of grab and give a light pull on something. So you have someone there with you, they can work. You can also probably do this on a railing or banister or back of the couch or the arm of the couch or something like that. Let's stick with the same hand, same arm. So if we're doing a partner stretch here, we're going to grab here, point our toes at each other and just tilt down like this. So we're stretching the outside of your ribs. You could just as easily reach and grab the back of the couch or the railing or the pole in your basement, whatever we got to stretch. And good, let's go ahead and switch. Same process on the other side. So now we've got hand on the wall. Again, if you're stretching your right arm, you're going to step forward with your right leg. Checking in, making sure your tailbone's tucked down. Again, we're looking to get that stretch across the front of your chest here, keeping everything nice and wide open for you. All right, let's bend your elbow 90 degrees. On this one, your shoulder should also be at 90 degrees, so the upper part of your arm should be parallel to the ground. This is where it's really easy to let your back arch, but we're going to keep your tailbone tucked down and under. And good. Let's do that lat stretch, either holding a partner. Let your chest face the ground. Hurt your shoulder. Should feel it down the outside of your rib cage. If you need more, look under the armpit that you're stretching. And good. All right, we're just going to stay standing here. Let's go ahead and take a big step forward. Looking to stretch your hip flexor on the back foot. So you can, let's go with straight leg. Let that back heel drop. So we're scooping your tailbone under. Take as big a forward lunge as you need to. Try to keep your heel down on the ground. Toes are going to point forward. Right, so that back foot shouldn't be turned out. I want both toes to be facing the same direction. And let's switch. We're kind of using this as a hip flexor stretch and a calf stretch. Let your heel drop. If you need a little bit more, you can reach one arm up towards the ceiling. It's going to be the same side that you're stretching. Reach that arm up. Good, let's go feet out wide. So we're just going to do a warm-up version of the lateral squat. So during the circuit, we'll be doing 10 of these each side. Right now, we're just working into it. We'll do about 10 each side, just getting warmed up. Okay, last bit of warm up here is going to be a reverse lunge. So we're going to step back and then keeping that same leg planted on the floor, go SLDO. So we reverse lunge, SLDO, and we'll just alternate the two. Let's do 6 of each and then switch legs. And good. Okay, so if you have a couple of weights, you can have those around you just in case you need to switch things up. And remember the limiting factor here, you may be able to do more weight for the goblet squat, but the limiting factor is going to be the shoulder press, pressing up over your head. So whatever you have there. If shoulder pressing is not a thing or friendly for your shoulders, we can turn those into push-ups. We would just do 10 push-ups there. Or however many you feel like you need to get what you need out of that, okay? So 20 goblet squats. To start, I'll have the clock counting down here, but I'll also be talking you through it so you don't have to watch the clock. But we'll start with the goblet squats, and the rows will be next. So have your band or a dumbbell that you're going to row with handy so that you can do that at the top of the minute. Okay? Everybody looks ready to go. So we'll get started here. 20 goblet squats in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Remember, you can change the weight as you go through the workout. If holding the weight up high tightens up your back or gives you any kind of like low back fatigue, we'll just hold it low. Try to keep your chest up as you go down. All right, rows next. Ready? And here we go. You can do these. I would prefer to do these with a band and pulling in, or with the band pulling up. But if all you have is one weight, then we'll make do. Remember, we're going to end up doing 20 rows with each hand. So if you're doing a two-handed row, you're doing 20 total, or you're using one arm and doing 20 each side. Okay, shoulder presses next. 10 presses overhead each side. You ready? And we'll go. Okay. Lateral squat will be next. So we'll keep your feet glued to the floor there. And we'll go 10 each side. Working as low as you can into those. Ready? And here we go. Okay, get up to hand is the last one in this round. So just remember, whatever side you're holding the weight on, that knee will be bent. That foot will be flat on the floor. So the weight's in my right hand. My right knee is going to be bent. Go. All right, and we go. 5 each side. Huh? 10 seconds till the goblet squats. Five seconds, back into round 2 here, 20 goblet squats. And here we go. Sometimes the second round of goblet squats feels easier than the first. The fifth one probably won't feel as easy though. Halfway, 30 seconds left. Do the hands for the row. Do the seated row. Okay, rows are next. 5 seconds. And here we go. 20 rows each hand. You can do them at the same time or separately. "25 seconds till the press, shoulder press. "10 seconds left. Remember, we're going to be doing 10 shoulder presses each side. Ready? And here we go. Try to start with alternating sides. So if you ended on your right last time, start with your right this time. "15 seconds left till the lateral squats. Again, if you're a back person, sometimes holding this weight up here can be a problem, so just drop it down, hold it with 2 hands, down low. And we're off, here we go. Use this one,
No, it's just my lower back.
Okay, round 2 of get-ups. 5 each side, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Remember, you're going to roll to that elbow to help you prop yourself up. So it's not a straight sit-up. You're going to turn to your elbow. "20 seconds left. Goblet squats in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. "20 seconds. The nice thing is there's only 2 of those to go. 10 seconds until the rows. 20 total rows. That's 20 with each hand, however you choose to do them. And here we go. Hmm. 15 seconds left until the shoulder press. Remember, try to start with an alternating, or start with the arm that you ended with last time. 4 seconds, 2, 1, and shoulder press. Here we go. Remember, if you don't have the weights to change there, if needed, that can always change to a push-up or a floor press. So instead of pressing over your head, you'll be pressing forward. 10 seconds to a lateral squat. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Halfway, 30 seconds. On the lateral squat, make sure feet are staying flat on the floor and toes are pointing forward. 20 seconds, 5 get-ups each side. Just going to the hand. Three seconds, 2, 1. Here we go. "15 seconds till the goblet squat. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right into it. It's a quick turnover there. Halfway, 30 seconds. What were you using there? So you could use the small kettlebells. You wouldn't have to hold it. All right. Rows in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, you're always thinking of pulling with the back of your elbows, not just pulling your hands in towards you, but pulling the back of your elbow up to the ceiling or behind your rib cage. "15 seconds till shoulder press. Three, 2, 1. Here we go. "20 seconds until the lateral squat. "10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lateral squats, 10 each side. "30 seconds. "10 seconds till the get up. 2, 1. Here we go. Get ups each side, 5 each side. "30 seconds. Okay, goblet squats coming up in 5 seconds. Last round here, gang. And here we go. Thirty seconds left. Ten seconds left. Last set of rows coming up. And here we go. Last set here. Remember, form is first. Twenty-five seconds. Shoulder press is next. Last set. And 10 seconds. Ready, and go. Twenty seconds, gang. Lateral squats are next. 2 minutes of work is all. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Twenty seconds till the last set here. Nice thing about ending with get-ups is that you can just finish up on the floor. 10 seconds left. One last great set for the morning. Ready, and go. Look to the right side. 5 seconds left till that timer stops. No more goblet squats. And time. All right, if you gotta go, you gotta go. If not, hang out on the floor for a second. Start to breathe and bring the heart rate back down. Sit or lay however it's comfortable for you. The only rule is that you have to stay long from your tailbone up to the top of your head. So starting to bring that heart rate back down into range where you can count along with it. Again, the reason we sit tall is so you can fill from your belt buckle to your ribs, or a belt buckle to your top of your chest with air. So if you think of a aluminum can that somebody had crushed, the volume isn't the same in there. We want to be tall, nice and round, so we can fill up every bit of that with air as you bring your heart rate back down. As your heart rate gets back down into a zone where you can count along with it, start to use it to measure your breath. And then start to notice as it starts to drop even more. If you haven't sat up yet, let's go ahead and sit up. Remember, this week's challenge is 4 days of only real food. So if you're having, it's not low carb, it's not low fat, it's just about eating actual food. And I hate to be the one to break it to you, but bread doesn't count in that category. So if you have toast with breakfast and then the rest of the day is real food, the toast didn't count. Oatmeal would work for breakfast, quinoa would work for breakfast, any kind of grain that you have to cook. All of that works. Bread's out. So the challenge is 4 days of that. All right. And we'll call it a day. Yep, even with snacks. So snacks, good snacks would be fruit, dried fruit, nuts, any of those kinds of things. Your daily Cheez-Its or Goldfish will make that day a non-win or a non-counting towards the goal. So if you make something that looks really nice, post it in the members Facebook group. And yeah, we look forward to seeing some awesome recipes this week. 4 days of real food only. 4 days of real food only. I will be honest, in this house, we do not make 7 days. We talk about it and try it, but we don't do it. But if we can do it for 4 days, then we're in a pretty good spot. Okay? All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. See ya.